Well, hello, Lisa. It's absolutely wonderful that you could join us at the 2022 Clia conference, UK and Ireland. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Miss Lucy. It's wonderful to be here. I'm sorry I'm still doing this via Zoom, but I was just in the UK, but I truly appreciate the opportunity to be with you, even though it's not live.
I know. Well, we were together in the UK, of course, because we were launching Beyond, and we'll come on to talk about that. But Lisa, we've just been hearing at the conference about the importance of the trade in cruise sales. And I just thought we'd perhaps go straight to ask you about that and how important agents are to celebrity, particularly coming out of this pandemic.
Critically. I mean, as every time you and I have the opportunity to speak to each other, Lucy, and we talk about our trade partners, and we all know what everybody's gone through during the terrible times that we've all gone through, but now we're coming out on the other side. And honestly, for any of us to be successful as we come out of the what we've been through, our travel partners are critically important to us. You know, Joe Jamaska, her team, Celebrity, I hope that we have proven over the many years that we've been working together and with our travel partners that you're critical to our success. We can't do it without you. You know, we want you to come back and as strong, if not stronger, than we were before this crazy time. And anything we can do to support that, you know, with these amazing fleet of celebrity ships and our amazing sales team, it's always our honor and our pleasure. And you know, I not only want to talk about how important our travel partners are, but how much we appreciate every single thing that they do for celebrity and how much they support us in the UK and Ireland, especially.
Oh, great. Well, you talk about supporting agents, and of course, you invited a lot of them to see Beyond. We were in Southampton a couple of days. You had a couple of sailings, actually. So you've got, I think, about 1,000 travel agents on board. So I guess that's really important for you, isn't it, to make sure they see this brand new hardware and what it, you know, what celebrity is all about.
Well, I remember our conversation throughout the time that we were trying to decide if we were going to be able to bring Celebrity Apex to the UK to launch her in Southampton as we had originally planned. And we know how that worked out. So when we were taking delivery of Celebrity Beyond, and I'm not sure if everyone knows this, but she was supposed to come out in the fall of 2021, not in the spring of 2022, but the situation again that we were in changed that. So we were able to bring Celebrity Beyond to Southampton, and oh my goodness, the response that that ship got from the market, from the travel partners, from our employees, from all of the press, trade and consumer press we had on board. It was so exciting for us and for our travel partners to be able to touch and feel and see the amazing ship, the fabulous crew, the amazing Captain Kate. It was really, really a special time. And the reception and the reaction that we got in the UK market was just so wonderful and beautiful to see. So thank you all for that as well.
Oh, well, listen, let's talk about, well, you touched on two things there. I mean, first of all, Beyond is a little bit different, isn't she, to Edge and Apex? And perhaps you can just talk to us about that. She's a little bit bigger, but there's some interesting new features. But the other thing that's important, which you only really get when you go on board, is your people, led by Captain Kate. So let's talk first of all about the ship itself, and then about the special environment and atmosphere you create with your sort of great diversity on board and your really great people.
Thank you. I love talking about both of those things. So let's start with the ship itself. Celebrity Edge and Celebrity Apex, both named by Time Magazine as one of the top 100 places in the world to visit, both highly awarded. The Celebrity Apex was just listed as the #1 ship in Condé Nast Travelers' hot list of places to visit, the number one. And so when you do something that great with ships in our industry that has seen so much and done so much, I have to tell you, honestly, it's really, really special. And it's more than any of us could have even asked for or dreamed of when we were designing and building these spectacular ships. And when we had the opportunity to think about the third in the series, we thought that we had an opportunity to make the ship a little longer and a little taller. And then So that's how Celebrity Beyond, came to be enhanced, if you will, a little bit. And the thing that was so great about this stretch was that we did it in 2 different places versus straight down the middle. So it gave us the opportunity to create larger and more compelling spaces in the most popular areas of the ship, like the Grand Plaza. So that Grand Plaza with that bar in the middle and that beautiful chandelier is just so spectacular. Our rooftop garden, the rooftop garden grill, the sunset terrace, which people always ask me, and you'll probably ask me too, so let me get this answer right out of the way. My favorite spot on Celebrity Beyond is the Sunset Bar, because it's so different and so fabulous. And that was designed by Nate Berkus, and it's multi-terraced, which that extra height gave us the opportunity to do. And then, of course, the retreat was really enhanced. It's got a 2-story sun deck. Those suite accommodations are spectacular. Luminae is in a whole different location with panoramic views. Just really, really, really wonderful and beautiful. So the ship is truly special. Everybody loves her. The feedback we got, and then of course Danielle Ballou's restaurant is extraordinary as well.
Yeah, and that's new, and that's only on Beyond, isn't it?
That's new and only on Beyond,
yeah.
And the first time Danielle has ever put his name or one of his restaurants on a ship. So we're very proud of that, and that restaurant is spectacular too.
And the other thing that's then, I guess, unique to Beyond is that you have more women on the bridge on Beyond even than you had on Edge and Apex. And I know across the fleet now, I think, Lisa, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 32% of women on the bridge, which is remarkable.
It is remarkable. Yep, it's about a third, and it's wonderful. When I was talking to Captain Kate, we were on stage doing a Q&A. She remarked that 70% of the bridge team on Celebrity Beyond were women, which was in and of itself extraordinary. I think the highest we have had up until now on one bridge at any time was 50%, and the Beyond bridge was 70%. And that's it's been purposeful. It's over time. I've been doing this now for, let's say 2022, for 8 years. We started at 5%. We're up to about a third of our bridge team as women. And, it's the right thing to do. At the end of the day, it's really important to have balance. And the fact that women are so underrepresented in maritime, 2% of all mariners are women. So for Celebrity, it's a huge accomplishment and something we're all very proud of, to have about a third of our bridge team as women. It's really made a big difference in our brand. It's made a big difference in our culture. It's made a big difference to our guests. And it's made a big difference to the other crew as well, because almost 50% of our crew are women in all of the guest facing areas. So the more we can, redraw the balance of gender, as well as all the other amazing inclusive things that we care about, I think it's helpful to our business and our experience.
Yeah, well, that leads us nicely on, Lisa, to your godmother, which we couldn't talk about when I was with you in Southampton.
No, we were just a few days short.
Exactly. But you have now announced a very special godmother that I guess is in the same vein of having very strong, successful women sort of as godmothers of your ships. Just tell us about Simone Biles.
So as we were thinking, it gets hard to continue to find these great women that will also say yes and join us. And the thing I love about Simone is she loves cruising. She grew up cruising with her parents, and so she truly appreciates what we do. And she was actually quite honored. It did take us a while to get her to say a yes, working out the dates and everything. But the thing about when we were thinking about the next godmother for the Edge series, we're always looking for highly accomplished women, but not only highly accomplished women, women who have made a difference and who have fought through a lot of adversity and overcome a lot of obstacles. And, for all of us and for the world, Simone Biles as a young woman represents courage, accomplishment, tenacity, perseverance, mean, she stood up and took so much criticism for something that she needed to do for her own mental health.
Yeah.
Um, and if you think about one of the things that's, I think we're not going to fully understand probably for the next decade, is the psychological toll that this time that we've lived through has taken on all of us, especially young people. And so for all of those reasons, we couldn't have thought of a better godmother. And we're so happy that she said yes. And we were so excited to announce her. She's a very, very special young woman.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned, Lisa, that, you know, the fact that you're so inclusive and it's something that you really care about does really matter to all sorts of people in the company, of course. But is it starting to matter to your guests, to sort of the average consumer? Are they making a decision now based on, you know, a company's purpose or a company's culture?
I don't know. I really can't answer that. The only thing I can tell you is I hope so. I think I think what companies say about themselves or the things that they do represent who they are and what they care about, just like the great restaurants that we have, just like the great shows that we have, just like the great ships that we build and the great experiences that we provide and all the awards that we win for that. You know, we win a lot of awards for our brand and our service and our experience, and we win a lot of awards as celebrity for our purpose and our inclusivity and trying to bring the world together. You know, it's interesting because I think it's a really organic marriage, right? We're bringing the world together by bringing people to different parts of the world to experience different places and things and enrich themselves. And the way I think about that every day is it really should touch everything that we do. And I think a brand is the sum of its parts. And I have not done any research that would say, oh yes, your business has increased by 10% because you have more women on the bridge, or you have Simone Biles as your godmother. I just think it says something about our brand that I hope is important and means something. But I will tell you, the people that it really does matter to are our employees, including our crew. And for me, that's almost more important.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm conscious of time and I want to talk a couple more things about the trends that you're seeing in the market. You mentioned there that you'd increase the size of the retreat, which is your sort of luxury or suite class area. And I know when we spoke before, Lisa, you were saying that actually you're coming out of this pandemic, you're selling those, you know, categories of accommodation much quicker. And that's they're going fast, and to the extent that you might even consider adding more suites for your 5th vessel in this Edge series. So tell us a little bit about that trend and any other trends you're seeing.
Yeah, well, you know, I think there's been a lot written about luxury and the luxury space and how it's recovering quicker than even all the other travel options. And I just think that there's a lot of pent up demand. People have a bit more money now because they really haven't been vacationing for a while. So they're treating themselves. They love the extra space. I think we're all looking for extra spaces. Again, we come out of this time. So I think a lot of what we're seeing right now in our retreat is following all of the trends that we're seeing for other travel and other destinations coming out of the time that we've been in. And I hope that trend continues, and I don't see anything that suggests it won't. But that's, you know, that is something that people really care about. They care about open air. They care, you know, one of the things that I think that's special about cruising that should help us build our business is that people love just the open air. You know, they want to breathe. They want to sit out on a deck. They want to, you know, they want to travel in a unique way. And I think that cruising really provides that. And I do think that that's going to be part of what people are going to want for a very long time to come. And then the other thing is people are traveling with their loved ones because they were separated from them for so long. And cruising, for me, you know, I know I'm in this industry, so it's natural for me to say that, but I also believe it because I do it all the time. There's no better way to travel as a family than on a cruise. So those are probably the 3 biggest trends.
Okay. And I want to pick up on something that we had a chat about, Lisa, because you said one of the things that annoys you most is that people don't think that, you know, luxury can be big. Everyone sort of assumes that if it's going to be luxury, it therefore has to be small. And I think you said to me, it's going to be my legacy that I make sure people realize that luxury doesn't have to be small. And tell us a little bit about why that you're so passionate about that.
So yes, two things. Luxury does not have to be small, number one. And I also want people to stop saying cruising is not for them. And I think that's really what drives celebrity. You know, that drives that's our mission, to prove that we can offer a luxurious experience at scale. And we have done that. Las Vegas has done that really well. There are a lot of amazing 5-star properties around the world that are not small. I don't know why cruising has this misperception and label that luxury has to be small, because it does not. And people want different things from luxury. They don't want white glove, one hand behind your back, small, kind of a little stuffy. And we're approachable and luxurious and relaxed. And I do think that resonates with a lot of consumers. So yeah, so that's again what drives celebrity and what drove the Edge series.
Yeah, and one of the ways I think you're trying to sort of convey that to people is through your brand partnerships. You know, you've got Stella McCartney on board, I think, and obviously you've got the Gwyneth Paltrow's Gloop. So yeah, tell us about that and why that's important. I guess it's because then people can understand what you stand for if you match up with sort of really sort of similar valued brands.
Right. It's like our godmothers, right? They understand what we stand for and what we what we provide because of who we partner with. And you're right. These brands, they give you credibility, I guess, validation. We had the CEO of LVMH. We have Gucci. We have Louis Vuitton in our gift shops. We have now Stella McCartney. We have Gwyneth's products. We have some Tom Ford. It helps people understand. Unfortunately, and many people that I'm speaking to today, we all know that we're still trying to help people understand what a cruise experience is. After all this, I just celebrated my 37th year in this business. I started out as a travel advisor. I started out in sales and marketing, and 37 years later, I am still trying to overcome the misperceptions of cruising and people not thinking that cruising is right for them. And so I think all of these things that we do are to continue that journey of changing people's perception about cruising, but mostly about celebrity.
Yeah, absolutely. So that leads us nicely back to travel agents again watching this. And obviously in the UK, I know Jason Liberty, he said that actually the UK was kind of like a trailblazer. They'd come out of this, I guess because our restrictions were relaxed a little bit sooner, but he said consumers were sort of much more ready to start traveling again. What are you seeing? Are you seeing the UK market doing well? And what are your projections for this year, Lisa, and then into 23 and beyond that?
Yeah, I can talk very generally about projections, as you know, but one of the things that I will say is that the UK market has responded unbelievably well. When I think about Celebrity Silhouette out of the UK, it was really our best performing ship in our fleet. The Brits were so ready to cruise, and even other ships, even in Northern Europe, have a lot of UK guests. And again, I go back to Joe and her team who have done such a wonderful job, but also our travel partners and the consumers in the UK that are ready. They're ready to cruise. They're ready to cruise on Celebrity, which we love. And I see that here as well in the States with, close to home, people want to go away. I think we still have a little ways to go on protocols and the relaxation of those. And even if it isn't relaxation, consistency is now our problem. The States still hasn't stopped the need for testing, even if you're up to date vaccinated, which is a huge, headwind for us. But that's why it's been so great in the UK and why Jason made those comments. I think the UK is much further ahead of other parts of the world. With people who have been vaccinated. So yeah, we're very pleased with the response that we've seen from the UK consumer and travel partners as well.
All right. Well, listen, Lisa, we're out of time. You and I could chat for ages, couldn't we?
Yes.
But
yes.
I'm so grateful for you joining us at the conference this year, and we wish you all the best going into the summer and obviously beyond that. So come and see us soon.
Oh, I will. I always love coming to see you. Goodbye, everyone. And again, thank you for all your support. Keep selling 2022 in Europe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in person in the very near future. Take care, everyone. Ciao.
Bye, Lisa. Thank you.
Bye.